I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic book show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Batman White Knight issue number 5. Could a dark secret from the Wayne's past spell destruction for Batman? Well, let's hop on in together and find out. Alrighty then, so as the comic opens, Jack Napier is gloating over his success. He's a beloved councilman, he's created a brand new vigilante police force to eventually phase out Batman, and now Harley is using her skills as an acrobat to teach him to do some actual fighting. The only downside is those pills he's been taking, the ones that have been making him sane, well, they also seem to be making him sick as he's coughing up a lot of blood. Also, those pills are steroids, well, isn't that convenient? Now, Batman has been eating a lot of crow in the previous issues, and even though this Elseworlds version of Batman may be a lot crazier, a lot more brutal than we're used to, he is still every bit the great detective we know and love. In fact, he's barely on the case for 5 minutes when he cracks it wide open. Joker and Harley used Clayface and Mad Hatter to take control of the other villains, but then they ended up losing control to the Neo Joker. Now, Nightwing and Batgirl show up in a vain attempt to try and get Bruce to join the new vigilante task force that Gordon and Napier have set up. Dick says this is all for Bruce's own good, that Napier has done more for Gotham in a short amount of time than Batman ever has. He's attacked the root causes of crime and is beloved by the people and the police in a way the Dark Knight never was. Obviously, Batman is pretty incensed by these comments and goes into a full, "What, you think you're better than me, Dick? You would just love it if Napier was right and I was wrong, wouldn't you?" It's Batgirl who has to intercede in the fight, saying, "Hey, as much as you might be fighting with him right now, he's still basically your Bat Dad and you gotta respect him." With no one left to turn to in his own family, Batman makes the very unexpected decision of trying to seek out Harley Quinn, saying deep down they too probably understand the Joker better than just about anyone else in the world, especially what horrible things he's capable of when not grounded. Harley, like everyone else, continues to say that the Joker is truly changed and that he does have a shot at saving Gotham City, which, makes Batman feel sick to the pit of his stomach. Not only that he may have failed in his war on crime, but moreover than that he may have taken away the wrong message from his parents' death. And hey, speaking of Batman's familial connections, elsewhere, the Neo Joker and the Mad Hatter work on uncovering the whole SS connection that they had found out in the last issue when looking through some old files. Using a mind-controlled poison ivy, they're able to open up a room in Wayne Manor that seemed to have been sealed for decades now, filled with old papers and pictures. This is the sort of A-grade scandal material they could use to ruin Bruce Wayne once and for all. Now, Bruce is ultimately able to stumble his way in and run them out of his house, but it's the new GTO vigilante cops that end up giving chase. They make a very solid point of showing that this new, better trained, better outfitted organization might very well have been able to catch the bad guys. That is, of course, until Batman decides to get involved. The Dark Knight is unable to catch the Neo Joker, but he does end up managing to let slip one of those pictures that she was trying to steal, one showing his parents hanging out with Mr.Freeze's parents, who, were escaped Nazis. And you better believe after all the indignities he's been suffering all day, this is by far the first one. He furiously goes to confront Mr.Freeze, who tells him, "Oh yeah, I guess you're not the only Wayne who is harboring a deep, dark secret, huh? Kinda runs in the family." Now, as the comic winds down, Neo Joker and Mad Hatter manage to follow up on the leads they got from the Wayne files to a secret underground bunker. And I mean, honestly, does anything good ever happen in a secret underground bunker? I don't think so, and this one is no different because it housed, get this, a giant freeze cannon. So that was Batman White Knight, everybody, and overall this Elseworlds series continues to kick all sorts of ass. It's a complex, challenging look at Batman and all the characters that inhabit his world, and this issue right here is no different. This issue is also interesting in and of itself, mainly because after so many issues in a row focusing on Jack Napier, this one puts the focus back on Batman. Needless to say, he's not taking things very well. It's interesting to see Batman think he's the only sane one in a city that's gone completely mad. Another interesting theme that I saw develop here in this issue is the ongoing battle between the old
old and the young. More specifically, old people stuck in their ways and the young people who try and get them out of it. Dick and Bruce essentially have the type of fight you would see at a family Christmas dinner. While elsewhere in the same story, Mad Hatter thinks little of the Neo Joker because she has so little experience as a supervillain, only for her to completely prove him wrong. Heck, if you want to go even deeper, Bruce has it out with Mr.Freeze, who's even older than him. And honestly, the big revelation about the Wayne family here in this story, that their riches and splendor may very well have been built on the back of Nazi science, that's enough to build a whole other storyline out of it, and here it's just one of the other factors going on. Overall, I'd feel comfortable giving this one another 9 out of 10, and issue 6 cannot come here fast enough. So that's White Knight, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, be sure to take a closer look at some of these other videos I've been working on. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at CapeJoel, so you always know what's coming out next. And hey, if you like what I do and are feeling in a supportive mood, please check out my Patreon link down in the description. Patrons get exclusive access to videos and content before anyone else, and you can do so for as little as $1 a month. And until next time, everyone, this has been CapeJoel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again later. Bye-bye.